A is for apples, they are delicious, and they're also very good for you. B is for balloons at your birthday party, that was a good one, everybody danced. C is for cookies, they are so tasty, but they're just a sometimes snack. And D is for divorce, that your parents filed for. Yeah, D is for divorce, they don't love each other anymore. E is for every time that you're with them, all they do is fight and fight all day. F's the frustration that you are feeling, 'cause the pain inside won't go away. G is for the good times that are over, things are different now, you have 2 homes. And D is for divorce, they might say it's not your fault. Yeah, D is for divorce, but you'll never really know for sure. The weekend comes and Dad is home, but it's just for visitation. Takes you back to his new bachelor pad and cries his eyes out on the couch, 'cause Mom has got a new boyfriend, and you can call him Dad if you want. We sing la 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 la. D is for divorce, and we sing la 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 la. D is for divorce. Sometimes strangers talk to you. You might not know what to do. Remember the words I'm telling you. Some strangers, they might want you for your organs. They might seem friendly and nice. They might be very polite. So please, please take this free advice. It's so important, please protect your organs. It's not your fault. Some strangers are bad. They'll tell you what you want to hear, and you'll wake up without kidneys anymore. It's like they walked right out the door. Those kidneys are never coming back. I know you must be pretty scared going out into the world, but you should be fully prepared to fight for your right to keep those organs. So when a stranger talks to you, what is the safest thing to do? Assume that Your goldfish is not in heaven. Religion says they got no souls. No, they got no souls. So where do dead fish go now? Well, I don't need to sound suspicious, but I don't care if that fish was religious. No, your goldfish is not in heaven, and you can go and ask the Reverend, and he'll say when you flush those sins with fins right down the toilet, they do not go to a better place. No one does. One day your parents will get old, and you might put them in a home. What will that decision be like? Sending them away, and after all they've done for you. One day your parents will be dead, and you will have to bury them. What do you think that will be like, living without them, while their bodies rot beneath the ground? One day you might outlive your friends, 'cause one day everything will end.
Right. Twitch can now hear us. It is official. They can do it. They can hear us. Welcome, everybody. You guys, welcome to KO Comedy. I'm your tech tonight. I'm Annie Dies-a-Lot. And before we get this show officially on the road, I'm going to go over a few things that everyone can do at home, to help this show go smoothly. The very first thing is if you are here in the Zoom room, now's a great time to turn on your mics and cameras, you guys. It definitely helps us out. We can see your reactions. It helps. It helps the show go smooth. If you don't want to, I get it. This is the internet. That being said, at the bottom of your screen, you will see a reactions button. Please use that so we can still, gauge the room. Let's see what's next. Oh, I know what's next. Twitch. YouTube. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you want to come hang out right here in the Zoom room, you are all welcome to. It's really easy. Go to kocomedy.com, sign up for the email. You will receive a link for not just this show, but all of our shows. We have shows every single day. So come out. Come hang out with us. It's a lot of fun, and everybody's welcome. And for everyone here in the Zoom room, if you want to go see what's happening on Twitch, you can find them at twitch.tv/Comedy Hub and hang out with all of them over there. You guys, we got a great show for you tonight, and we would appreciate it if you would support everyone that you see tonight. The best way you can do it is by giving everybody a follow. During everyone's sets, I'm going to go ahead and post both on my screen and down in the chat their Instagram handles. Go give people a follow. See if they're going to be in a town near you. See if they have new content. Follow, follow, follow. It's free. Help their algorithm out, everybody. Just do it. Just do it. That being said, if you're feeling, extra nice, we do take donations. We do. It's really easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, we take those bits as well. And you guys, we don't just take your money. No, no, no. We're going to go ahead and do something with it right here live. We're going to give you a shout out. Put your name on the board. This month, you can be whatever you want to be. Tell me what you want to be. And if I don't get anything from you, I'll just make something up for you on the fly, stamp your name on it, and give you a thank you. So, give us money. We like it. And you guys, the most important thing about this show that you could possibly do is enjoy it, because it's going to be fun. This is comedy. You're supposed to laugh. So that's enough of me. Let's get to the actual comedians here. Are you guys ready for an awesome show? Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. Whoops. Buttons are important. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get the show going. You guys, he's back. He's back. I'm excited for it. He's hosting. You guys give it up for Chris Houghton.
Yeah, he's back and he's here. Those are my two top credits. It's nice to be back again with you people on the internet. And the KO crew is so glad. Annie, thank you for that wonderful intro. Yes, if anybody you want to follow me, you can do that. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me around my house, just as long as you're following me. That's okay. I have my water here in case I get thirsty, so if you see me sip, that's indicative that things are going really well. Okay. I'm excited to be hosting the show. We have a couple of great comedians. We had another lady who was on, but she had to go to a housing meeting. I don't know what that means. I guess she has to talk to the walls or something. But she's gonna do it. She's gonna talk to it. And he mentioned, yeah, go ahead. You know what? Give us your money, okay? You're not doing anything with it. It's just it's losing purchasing power, okay? But if you give it to us, we're great at investing. I buy a lot of Pokemon cards, so we're really good with money over here. So feel free to just give it all to us, and maybe you'll get it back someday. It's great to be here, though, with you on the internet as a white man. Okay, I'm a white guy. Some of you may know my dad, Elmer, from Elmer's Glue. He's from a long line of glue. It's very cool. I do have. That's not my dad, but I'm glad I have a dad. Because otherwise I would end up like RFK Jr. My God, does that guy play like a guy who had never had a dad? Oh my goodness, what a wonderful bunch of things he has to say. It's cool. I know it's a sensitive topic, voting season. The politics. People are out doing the things, right? I don't mind politics though, because I've known who I'm going to vote for a very long time now. It's whoever doesn't text me. So I'm voting for Stop right now. That's cool. Stop is getting my vote. Anybody doing the fantasy football? Fantasy football is coming up. I like fantasy football. All football is a fantasy for me because I'm 5 pounds, so I could never be. It's all fantasy to me. I've had a bit of a week. I actually just got laid off.
Oh.
Yeah, David. It's okay. It was fine. I actually got laid off right here on Zoom, not in this Zoom, but in another Zoom. Like a real millennial, okay? I knew it was coming because I saw on my calendar, I got an invite. It said HR conversation. And I was like, oh boy, I don't know what HR stands for. I certainly hope it's huge raise, please. Okay. My huge raise conversation. It wasn't the case. Okay, they let me, skedaddle. It was all right, though, because I did get some severance, right? No money, but the show on Apple TV. So if you still watch that, it's a good show. Very powerful plot lines on that one. But it's it's okay. Getting laid off is kind of cool. You get some money, you get some time to do, to reassess what you want to do with your life. Like I wanted to do a bit of a career change because I was a digital marketer, and I don't know if you know what that means, but those ads that you skip all the time. Well, hey, that was me. All right, I'm Mr. Ad Skip. But I wanted to get away from that. I wanted to do something different, something that I could be good at, passionate about. So after giving it some thought, I settled on I'm going to be an online troll. Okay, any trolls out there? I bet there's some. This is the internet. Okay, that's where we live, where the trolls live. Right. There's plenty of trolls out there, though. There's lots of trolls on Twitter. There's lots of trolls on Facebook. I want to be original, so I'm going to be a LinkedIn troll. I don't know if anybody's out on LinkedIn, but that's a place where you go, you post your resumes. It's where people find jobs, right? I have a blast on there all day. People are always bragging, I'd be on there all day like, oh, hey, so-and-so just started a new position. Like, yeah, anal. Okay. Started anal. That's how you got your promotion. Okay. Yeah, love the anal on the internet. People love to talk about it. Adult show. Actually, I don't know if that's an adult topic. The kids don't want to talk about that. So the butts, the kids love the butts. Very funny. I did actually I did work for the government for a little while, or collect unemployment if you want to be technical about things. But I prefer not to be. Technical about it. I just, it's tough. It's tough always looking for the jobs, though. I hate being in limbo because you got to go through all the job interviews. You got to get on all these interviews, and they ask you all the same stupid questions, and at the end, it's always the same, right? It's like, oh, Chris, that's great. That's great about you, but do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions for us? It's like, yeah, I'm going to get this freaking job. That's the question I have. I think I've shown myself to be an upstanding guy. Okay, I think I deserve the job from the interview, all right? Fun fact, though, this is the truth. I just become an EMT. Okay, yes, that's right. I will save you in real life, not on the internet, all right? I can't do CPR. I could unplug and plug back in. That's about all I could do for out there. Love being an EMT. Still not sure what the E stands for. I really hope it's inebriated, okay? Because I'd love to get fucked up. All right, I like to get a little drunk on the job. Got to be a little drunk on the job. Like my hero, Denzel Washington from the movie Flight. All right. I don't know if you know this movie, but this man saved a lot of people blackout drunk. Okay, he's my hero. I think we could do this. I think we could do it well. It was fun applying to the jobs in the EMT world because they don't just ask you the normal stuff. They ask you some strange things too. I was filling out the applications and I saw one and it said, have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? To which, of course, I replied, "Niet." 9. I'm not a communist. It's funny, people say I'm a hero. They're like, oh, you're a hero, here, have some free food, right? You're a hero. Which is funny, though, because all I really do is roll up crusty old people and move them from their bed to the stretcher. That's about all I do.
Oh.
The most heroic thing I do is not get scared when people put their toenails on my fingers while I'm wheeling another thing. See, I'm pretty heroic. I changed my mind. That's pretty cool. Got to go to the psych hospitals a lot, which is, don't go there. You don't want to go there. I didn't know what they were at first. I thought that's where you just go prank people, right? They'd be like, you're at the hospital. Psych, you're at home. Thank you. Somebody hit the cymbal crash. It's cool. It's heavy, right? Sometimes people, they die. Whoa, death. Don't talk about death, Chris. Don't do that. But I'm going there, all right? We're going there because it happens, right? And you hear it from a lot, though. You hear a lot of times, though, it's like, oh, well, don't worry. They're looking down on you. They're still up there looking down on you. It's like, I don't think so. If that happened to me, I don't think I'd be looking down. I'd have way too much FOMO. I think if anything, they might be looking up at you from hell. Okay, so too dark. All right. Well, the new stuff, it's darkness. The new stuff is about darkness. I think I'm just stressed out a lot because I'm going to all these weddings. I don't know if you guys are going to weddings all the time. Well, Edward just put on his 3D glasses. You can't see that Twitch, but there's a man in another universe right now. I go to all these weddings, and I love weddings, but I already did mine, so I'm just like a big brat about it now. right? Because weddings, getting married, that's a legal thing. You sign a document. A wedding, to me now, it's just like a really expensive flex to let your friends and family know that you're going to be banging somebody that night. Just like winking at grandma. That's what you do it for, I think. That's what you do it for. It's fun, but now you can't just go to people's weddings. You have to be in everybody's wedding, and I never know what to do. I always get that phone call every month. It's like, oh, Chris, I'd be honored to be a groomsman in my wedding. It's like, well, sure, I hate my vacation days, so I would really just forget Bermuda. Let me just spend the rest of my savings on strippers in Maine. Thank you very much for reading my mind on that. If you guys don't know, I know this isn't a local show. Maine, it's in New England. Okay, it's a state in New England, and it's not where you want to go see the people take their clothes off. Okay, probably in Bermuda is where you'd want to go. I don't know. I think it's just because of the bachelor parties I go on. Because I don't know if you guys have where you do the bachelor parties or what, but for me, a bachelor party is just the best way to spend $1,000 and be like, oh, what did we do? I didn't do anything at all. I would love to go on a bachelorette party, though. Bachelorette parties, because women know each other's names. They plan things, right? It's always some cool stuff going on. George Clooney's there. He's teaching them how to fish. Right? But bachelor parties for me, it's like 4 guys wandering around Connecticut because nobody confirmed an Airbnb. Right. Who has the email? I don't know. It's not me. It's cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm married, and I like being married. Yeah, that's right. Give it up. I'm a terrible husband, but I like being married. Okay. I like it a lot, and for me, it's just the case of happy wife, happy life. That's how you really have a successful marriage. And if you want to know my secret, I just give her a whole bunch of ecstasy. She's very happy. She's a happy lady. She's very happy all the time. Okay. She actually just had a baby, which is cool. I like that about her. Thank you. I don't know if it's mine, but she had it. So it's mine now. I hope ecstasy is okay for kids. He's also very happy, so that's about him. I love being I always knew I wanted to be a dad. I always knew I wanted to have kids because I was always looking for a good excuse to spend my entire day in a brewery and not have to say any excuses about it. Okay, that's your ticket in these days. My grandpa would be pissed. He'd be like, I couldn't take you to the dive bar, but you could take him to the brewery. That's what my grandfather sounded like, I think. I think that's what he sounded like. Having kids is tough. It's exhausting, right? I used to think I wanted 8 kids. Now I have 1, and I'm like, too many. Okay, that's too many kids. 1 is a lot. He's big into shrieking. He shrieks all the time. He sounds like a banshee. I don't know. It's like Tokyo Drift in my bedroom every single night. It's like, is that my child or Toretto pulling up on me? I don't know. This is great. I want to be a good dad. Like being a dad, changes everything, changes my perspective. I want to be a good dad. But what does that mean to you? To me, that means, like Tom Brady's dad was a great dad, raised the greatest person ever. Okay. Raised the champion of the world. Daddy wants more properties. All right. That's what I want. But I don't play sports. I'm very, non-athletic. Okay. Sticks and noodles over here. But what I do well is I play a lot of video games. Okay. Nerds. I play a lot of video games. And my parents were always telling me to get off the computer, but I'm going to be the opposite, right? I'm going to be at the dinner table with my kid checking out his screen time, be like, hey, buddy, what's this? I noticed your screen time was at about 4 hours, huh? Why don't you put the fork down, get back upstairs, okay? Why don't you up those clicks? Okay, you can ride your bike later because Daddy didn't raise no noob, okay? Daddy wants a Fortnite champion, not a Fortnite loser, okay? My wife, she does the breastfeeding, feeding from the breasts. I don't know if you know of this concept. It's very new. People haven't been doing it for a long time. It's very new. It's very good. It's very good for the child. But you gotta do it wherever you gotta do it, right? And so my wife, sometimes she's gotta, feed the kid in public. And that's okay. That's cool. But I'm just a little bit bitter because I worked really hard to see those things. Okay. I took those titties to nice meals. Is all. Everybody is getting the benefit of the doubt. It's cool. I hope you guys are having fun. We're doing lovely comedy. I love comedy. I love music too, though. And I kind of think that music is better than comedy, right? Like music is great. I just don't think comedy can touch it. Like I'm never going to be here telling a joke and then like I hit the punchline and I'm like, wow, I saw those things. Fireworks go off, right? People scream, take their shirts off. Just chant my name. That would be cool if that would happen. I like going to a lot of the shows. A lot of the local bands, you see the local band. I don't know if you guys like to see the local bands play. I always love a good local show. I think my favorite thing, though, about the local bands is that they always take a break. And when they take a break, they end up putting on more music that's like bands that are better than they are. So it's like, all right, we're 57 Heavy. We're going to take a short break. Please enjoy the stylings of The Who. Like, all right, maybe just stay on your break. I think I want to listen to The Who. Okay. It's fun in the sun. I was in a band for a little bit, but bands, they're very dramatic. I actually got broken up with by my 42-year-old guitar player who still lives in his parents' basement. That was too bad. Is because his mom said that he couldn't play with me anymore because I had a kid. And I was like, dude, who is your mom? Yoko Ono? What are you doing here? I tried to talk some sense into her. All she could say was,
Oh, God.
That's a niche Yoko Ono joke. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just jumping all over the place here, but I want to, I'm trying to get off of social media. Okay, as I'm running a Zoom show, I'm trying to get off. Follow me before I leave. Okay, follow my Instagrams because I'm. This is just a joke. I want to stay. I want to really lean into it and express my opinions in a semi-anonymous way. But I want to get off some of the social media. Like it's always telling me what to do. Like on Facebook, they're trying to fix me up with people. It's always, the Facebook, the people you may know, right? And it's like, I have no interest in that. Okay. But if you want some feedback, what I might be interested in, people my wife may know. Okay. My wife knowing these days. Hey, all right. Hey, that's my set for now, guys. What do you think of me? Very funny. Yes. Arousing applause. I can hear the laughter from here on all the internet televisions across the way. Guys, let's kick it back before we get to your next comedian, to your host with the most, Annie.
Annie. Not the host. I'm the tech. You have to be funny to be a host.
You're
I'm
so
not funny. Oh, well, I'm not trying to be. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And as I promised, if you donate, I'm going to go ahead and throw your name up on the board. If you want to remain anonymous, you can remain anonymous. Just leave me a message if you want that with your donation. But you guys, let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. The first donation of this evening is from David Smith, dropping $10 on the board. David, thank you so much.
David Stewart, that's my lifelong friend.
David Stewart, thank you so much. That's right. This is what an open mic would look like if it talked back. If it talked back, that's what that is. And you guys, always here every week, very consistent. Give it up for William Reynolds, dropping $15 on the board. And when we first started this donation board, $15 got your name on a bong. And so in honor of that, William, your name is on a bong all this month. That's right.
Wow.
Only William Reynolds, though, just William. Fun fact about William, we played trivia on Friday night. Dude is smart, man. You guys don't play trivia.
Must be the bong.
William Reynolds. That's what I'm thinking. But thank you to everyone that's donated. If you want to get your name on the board, go ahead. It's really easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, we take those bits too. And thank you guys so much. We're going to get back to the show. You guys give it up for your amazing host. You guys, it's Chris Houghton.
I'm back again. I'm gonna do the same set again. That's right. You
One
can
more
expect
time.
One more time. That's right. The encore, just like they do in the music. I want to be like the music. I want to do an encore. That's cool. By the way, Abigail Hydrangea Brown looks like she donated 500 bits on Twitch. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a lot of bits.
Wow.
I wonder how much how much groceries I could buy with those bits. At least a banana. At least a bit. Guys, I'm very excited. One of the things I love about being the host of this show is I get to go out and find some of my favorite funny people and get them up here so that you can laugh and enjoy them as much as I did. And this first guy coming up, I've seen him a few times around. He's one of my favorite metalheads. He's a hilarious, wonderful person, and his mechanical arm is busted, so he's going manual tonight. Everybody, give it up for the one and only Brandon Baddock.
Thank you so much. My camera just completely malfunctioned. Great. All right, here we are. I've never been a stool comic. This is insane, man. Could I be anonymous? That'd be fucking great. This is nice, man. I usually I was kind of hesitant to do the show because it's like after a show, I'm in my bedroom right now, and it's like it's so nice to be at the one place I can never bomb. But now things are gonna change. I hope Mike is enjoying his nap. He looks very. I hope I can sleep that peacefully tonight. The hash is definitely kicking in. This is nice, man. This is so cool. I'm in a little bit of a bad mood. Today, someone said that I look like I own porn on vinyl. Fuck off, you know. But no, this is nice, man. I'm people stereotype me as like being satanic. You know, no idea why. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. The other day, I was in line to the band Megadeth. All right. Some preacher, religious guy protesting the show, like goes up to us in line and goes, "You're all going to hell for praising Satan." I'm like, listen, man, if we're all so satanic, why do we all look like Jesus? Come on. No. Listen, man, he's like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like the people who listen to the most evil music resemble the holiest guy, you know? I remember being a teenager at my grandma's house, and she has like pictures of Jesus everywhere. And I was like, damn, I didn't realize grandma was into grindcore. What the hell? It's crazy. This is awesome. I hope chat like that. Really great to be here. Are these all like local people? Are we from all over the world and stuff? I don't know why. I've never done crowd work before. Maybe Zoom isn't the best.
Roast the camera off, people.
It's all right. I don't want to talk to anybody. I rather not see. Some of the profile pictures are a little alarming, so I think I prefer some of them to be anonymous. But I assume so. A lot of New England people, right? Okay. Chat. I like being in New England. It's pretty sick, you know. It's cool being in Boston. I think Boston has the best like grocery stores ever. You know why? Because when it comes to grocery stores in New England, you're always 3 miles away from owning a pet lobster. It is the sickest thing ever, you know. People think lizards are the coolest pet you can get. Snakes, fuck that. When you just go to Shaw's and get yourself a hell cricket. Are you kidding me? It's the coolest pet ever. It really does feel like I'm on Carson right now. This is sick. I love this, man. Lobsters are cool. They're awesome animals, man. And it's crazy because when it comes to buying like a pet at like Petco or PetSmart, there's like a weird bit of like amount of background check. You know what I mean? When you like buy an animal, but when it comes to buying a live lobster at a grocery store, you don't even have to be a U.S. citizen. They don't give a flying fuck. You can be anybody, and all you need to do is just point to the lobster you want, and then the guy takes it out and wraps it like you bought it from Yankee Candle. That's it. All it takes. It's crazy, man. I'd love to like buy a lobster at like my Stop and Shop down the street and like put it in one of those balls if I grow my house, you know? Like have friends come over and they're like I know we're tripping, but is that a fucking lobster in a ball? I'm like, hell yeah, man. We're in New England. What do you expect? No, he's like, why do you even take care of that thing? You know, I'm like, it's easy. I just feed them like, you know, they're bottom feeders, right? All they need is like Apple Jacks and Xanax. I think it'll be fine. Whatever. He's like, damn, dude, that's actually a sick idea. And that's a sick pet to have. Any more advice for owning a pet lobster? I'm like, yeah, man, it's like any other pet, you know, don't boil it. Pretty good advice, if you ask me, you know. I love lobster, man. You guys know those blue ones? Yeah. Blue lobsters are canon. It's sick. I knew this when I was a kid. So every time I ordered lobster at a restaurant, I always request a blue one because I assumed it was like the Cool Ranch one, you know? Where would be like, what? I'd just be like, screw it. Just give me the nacho cheese one. I'll settle. All right, sick. This is awesome. It's good to be here on the internet and stuff. I'm at my house right now in Dunster Road. I hate being here because I have this neighbor. I saw him today. This is fucked. I have this neighbor. His name's Jim, you know, and he's this old guy who walks up and down the street with a catheter in, connected to a clear bag attached to a holster on his hip. This guy is the John Wayne of piss. Do you know how awkward it is knowing how hydrated my neighbor is at all times? It's the worst. Terrible. For the longest time, my mom didn't. She thought he was just walking around with like a loose bag of lemonade, I guess. And I'm like it's like, listen, I like lemonade too, but I don't think there's any beverage that I want to drink through my penis. All right. I think that's a crazy thing to assume. But, all right. I am in Holliston. It's an all white town, which sucks. Growing up, it was only white people. That wasn't funny. I was seriously, man. I was the only, there was only white people in my graduating class, HHS class of 17. It was so white that growing up, I thought all cultural appropriation was just white culture. I remember seeing like a black guy with dreads for the first time, being like, damn, that guy must really be into the band Korn. It's a new metal band. Fuck my life. I'm single. It sucks. I'm a disaster. Look at me. I'm in a bathrobe with a hologram behind me on Zoom. Oh, is this going to be archived forever?
Yes.
Fuck. Just burned all my material. Great. Well, this is my tape now. This is awesome. This is sick, man. I am single. It sucks, man. she wasn't the most mentally healthy. You know what I mean? And I was like, hey, maybe you should see a therapist. But she thought it would be better to like get a therapy pet. So I was like, I have a pretty awesome pet recommendation if you'll hear me out, So I go to her place, all right? I'm expecting a dog, a cat, a lobster, And you know what she got? She got a thing called an axolotl. It's like, what the fuck is that, man? And she was explaining them to me. They're like these lizards with like little gilly things, they're weird, they're like smooth. And she was explaining it to me, and she goes, I'm like, where is it? And she goes, it's actually in the fridge right now because when they get sick, they need a really cold temperature to recover. So in order for them to get better, you need to actually put them in the fridge for a few days.
What?
Yeah. I'm a stoner, so that relationship fucking went down the toilet pretty fast. Because how do you tell your girlfriend that at 2 a.m. you got stoned and air fried her service animal? There's no really good way to word that, like even I rather get cheated on than have my girlfriend eat my pet at 2 a.m. watching Storage Wars. That's no way. For a little gizmo to go. My grandfather went the same way. It sucks. This is great, man. I'm in my room. This is nice. Nothing ever happens here. This is the most action I've ever gotten here. There's probably at least one person watching with their pants down. I'm not going to elaborate. I'm digging myself into a hole. I don't know. I'm lonely, man. The other day I was shopping for condoms because I was, manifesting. And, what happened to just normal ones? I feel like the normal ones are the best, because I was shopping and all they had were the warming pleasure ones. That's it. That were the only ones available. And like, I'll be honest, man. I feel like sex is a pretty good temperature. Like, I feel like there needs to be nothing approved on. Like, it's pussy, not porridge. It's the perfect temperature. I don't know. Shouldn't be dirty on Zoom. But the thing is, like, why am I doing this material?
Do it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I tried one on once, and it was too hot, and I couldn't, end. Finish, and she told me, she's like, hey, is there anything I can do to help? But how do you tell a girl that, hey, maybe if you were a little less alive, I can roll over. I really should have shut my curtains. I look like a dumbass. Big windows. Hey, Jim walked by. Hey, all right. All right, what do I have? 20 more minutes? Yeah, man, it's all rough. I saw I've been rough, man. The other day I saw a baby human crying. I was like, be a little more fucking grateful, man. I was like, be a little more joyous, At least you're not a different baby animal. I feel like there's worse things to be born as, like a tadpole. I feel like a tadpole's the worst thing you can ever be born as. Imagine being born and you're still a sperm. That's like the worst case scenario, I'm pretty sure. It's like, why do they look like that? It sucks. I don't get it. Oh yeah, I'm like half homeless too. Don't need to explain the water. I don't get it, man. Like tadpoles. I don't get why they look like that. It's a weird shape to be. Do you think it's like maybe just a defense mechanism against predators or something? Like, listen, man, if I'm a starving fisher cat and I saw a bunch of tadpoles, I'd be like, listen, man, I'm starving, but I'm not gay. Like, I know a group of birds is called a flock, but as a group of tadpoles just called cum. Let's be real here. I have thin walls. This has been fucking sick, man. I'm not sure how much time, but I'll just I usually wrap up by saying, I guess I can still sell merch technically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess people could put their in the chat log and chat, put your, maybe not put your address.
Yeah,
Probably.
I see her cell phone. Oh, it's that one.
Oh, I didn't know what that. I feel like I'm that high right now where I'm not sure if that voice was real or not. I hear voices that sound like that all the time, like just kind of, a smoker's voice in the distance. But I am selling merch. If any of you guys are interested, I am doing an 8th for 30 and a gram for 10. DM me. I'm bringing it back to your host. Thank you so much, chat.
Hell
this is
yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
Killer Brennan Bannock
This
in a robe on Johnny Carson, drinking water from a jug, frying lobsters. that was a lot of fun, man. Buy his merch. It's really good. It's really good merch. That's all I know about it. Hey guys, that was a lot of fun. I saw a lot of people on Twitch talking that they loved you, dude. You get over there, you drop your address, and you can ship them. You can ship them your merch. That would be great. Guys, before we get to your headliner of the night, we're going to kick it back to Annie, who's going to talk about the board. Go for it, Annie.
Let's do it. There we go. There it is. That's right. I do have more donations to talk about because you guys, we have just the best community here over at KO and Comedy Hub. So you guys, give it up for Abigail Hydrangea Brown, great regular here, dropping $5 on the board. Abigail, we kept your sleeping frog. That's right. We now associate you with a sleeping frog.
That's what tadpoles become.
I know. It's like a grown-up tadpole, and it's so much cuter than a tadpole. Like it's like they Benjamin Button that, they're and you guys also give it up. She's a great supporter here, you guys. It's Erin Rocha, and you guys, I had to show you what her background usually is. Let's pull this down. Ready? Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Erin, we love you. Thank you so much. We're going to keep you up there. And you guys, we still have another amazing comedian left to go. So if you want your name up on the board, really easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal. Whoops, wrong buttons. There it is, KO Comedy Shows at gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. So thank you so much, you guys. I'm going to throw it back to your host. You guys give it up for Chris Huffington. Yeah.
Christopher Huffington
I said what I
Post.
said. That's right.
Letters are hard. I don't need that many in my name. It's okay. My name is Chris, like all the others, guys. Listen, this is so fun. I love KO comedy. We learned some things. Like tonight, this next man who will be performing for you, I've known him for a while, and tonight I learned I've been calling him the wrong name because I am racist, and I don't know how. I don't research. I just say things confidently because there's no consequences for me. Okay, but guys, this next comedian coming up for you is one of my all-time favorites. You can see him working from home in the great state of New York tomorrow if you work for his company. But tonight you can see him here. Put your hands together for Shiv Patel.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This was my intro music. Thank you, Chris Huffington. I feel like Houghton was Chris's last name, but Huffington, it sounds whiter. I didn't know it could. I don't know how to stand and everything. It's been a while. Similar to Brandon, I just don't know how the format. But I have my left hands here, and gestures with my left hand, and my right hand holding the phone. It's not below my.
Structure.
Oh my God! Is someone outside? I think someone just joined out. Oh no, you have a background that's like the Golden State Bridge. Okay, I thought you were outdoors. That would have been awesome. What's up, Kevin? Thanks for joining. Sorry to call you out right as you joined. Yeah, I'm hopping right off. Give it up for yourselves, guys. Thanks for staying up. I guess at a reasonable time on the West Coast. And thanks for staying up late if you're on the East Coast. Appreciate it. Give it up for Brandon, give it up for Chris, give it up for Annie. We're running a great show. And you guys are like, this isn't funny. He's just supporting the show. Why is it? I promise I have some jokes. I am Indian, as you guys can see. Chris is pronouncing my name correctly. I'm very excited for this summer. Because it's going to be a brown boy summer, baby. Summer. Where my brown boys at on the call? Boys at, I'm scrolling with my left hand. Where my brown boys? William, maybe. Okay. I don't know. There's no brown. Sorry, on Twitch. I don't know if you guys can see this with people. But I saw someone who wasn't white. And so, but I'm excited. It's going to be a brown boy summer. This summer, I'm going to get, it's like, hot girl summer, they go for a tan. I'm going to get a tan, I'm going to get browner. So, if I can tan, even though I'm brown, I don't appreciate the judgment being thrown at me right now. Also, hot girl summer, they have a lot of bottomless mimosas. I'm going to have a lot of bottomless samosas, baby.
Hey.
That's right, bottomless brown boy summer, baby. I'm going to have no potato, just empty shells of samosa. I'm just going to eat I'm going to eat empty shells of samosas in the dark in my basement. That sounds like the start of like an Indian horror film. I don't know. But yeah, brown boy summer, I'm going to get into an Ivy League school. Even though I'm 29 years old, I'm going to get into an Ivy League undergrad school, Brown University, ultimate summer, getting into Brown University, a better brown boy summer. I am dating. Anyone dating here? Yeah, Mike, Kevin. You guys dating? I don't know if you guys are on the apps. I'm on the apps. I'm on Hinge. I don't know if you guys have heard of Hinge on Twitch. Hopefully I match with one of you on Twitch afterwards. I don't know if you're Indian, single, and 29 years old. In the Indian culture, when you date, you have to get on, the dating apps with your grandma. Grandma Patel. Thank goodness for Apple TV. We threw the girls up on the TV so my grandma could see the swipes of the girls. This actually happened. We were watching the dating app together, me and my grandma, and if the girl's Indian on the stream, my grandma would turn to me and she'd go, "Oh, very naughty," she's very very sexy, very nice girl, very hot, nice for you, nice brown, good brown, nice Chris Brown, not Chris Brown, Chris Brown, she just loved, the Indian. It didn't even if, regardless of how the person looked, she was like, she is sexy, because she's Indian, it didn't matter, if the girl wasn't Indian on the screen, my grandma would turn to me and she'd go, "So naughty, such a naughty girl, stay away, stay away from the white, I don't hold that belief, stay away from the white, if I did, I wouldn't be here tonight." White, I love y'all. I love all the white people on the call. I love, big fan of the white. And I have to say that I'm outnumbered. I don't want you to give me a computer virus. Although you wouldn't do that, Indians would do that because we know better. So yeah, don't piss me off because I'm in IT and I can give your computer a virus. So you better laugh. Sorry, I'm going off script here, but I don't this is so. Also, my AC unit is not in this room, so I'm sorry to sweat. Also, a brown boy summer thing. We just sweat. I don't know. I am dating. Brandon was talking about condoms, and that dating involves condoms. Because I don't know if you're aware of that. If you don't want to have kids, unless you want to pop out a kid every single time, I guess never use a condom, right? That'll probably be my life. I'll have make love 3 times and have 3 kids, and that'll be it. But I recently, I was on a date, and the woman, she was like, how do you, ask the question about how to put on, a condom, and it's been so long for me, I just stayed silent, and then she just kind of looked at me, and then we just moved on, and I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to show that I had a lack of sexual prowess. And so I don't know. But my dad shows that he has a lot more. He has a lot more. Sorry, Edward. I just saw your background. Great background. My dad has a lot more confidence than I do. He's like, Shiv, I don't get why you have trouble with women. I could get any girl I want. I'm like a cat. It's my pick of the litter. Meow, meow. But that's not meow. He's like, he actually said this to me. He's like, Shiv, I could be president. I just don't feel like it. That's why I'm not president. Otherwise, I'd be Kamala. He's like, I'd be the Indian president. She's, he's like, I want to sleep in until 10 a.m. I'm like, damn, I'm pretty sure Biden sleeps on the job, so I think you're good. And he said this to me. My dad actually said this to me. We're in the basement together, and he goes, Shiv, plus there's no reason to fear because. And this is a little vulgar, and I apologize. Edward, good background with Edward's background is Biden with I think a cereal on him, corn pops.
Corn pops.
Biden with the corn pop cereal. It looks like he's about to sleep though, or he woke up from the sleep. That's very awkward. I love that, Edward. Thank you so much for theming your backgrounds with my jokes. I didn't know I'd have that type of support on this call. I love that fight. Okay.
Oh.
My dad was also like, Sheev, there's no reason to fear. There's no reason to, have fear because Indians have the biggest penises. And I'm like, Dad, that is not true. Indians have penises. I'm like, statistically, that cannot be true. So I actually was down in the basement with my dad. I Googled it, and I got a GDP graph, a gross domestic penis graph. Gross domestic penis, per capita, per person, and there was gross domestic penis output per country. And gross domestic penis per capita for Indians were the smallest. But overall gross domestic penis output, if you add up all of us, were the longest. Because so collectively, we Indians have the biggest, I don't want to say it, but we have the biggest penis. I feel so vulgar right now. I feel so dirty. My mom's gonna. But collectively, Indians, we have the biggest penis. It's like the Olympics, right? We would win in total penis size for the country. We get the gold medal, but per person, we wouldn't place in a medal. We have the smallest penis. So I go show to my dad. I'm like, Dad, on average, you're right. Indians have the least biggest penises. And he looked at me without being, oh, well, then I must be the exception. Big cock, I'm like, he's like, I have a big cock. And I don't want another cock then. Sometimes I cock, And I'm like, and then I started saying cock, and he started saying cock, and it was like a cock. Stop, we just got into a little cock argument. But no, he's like, and he's just so confident. He's like, my cock is like a third leg. I'm like, Dad, mine's like an 11th toe. There's a big difference in size, body parts. He's just, he has way too much confidence. You guys please don't give him a compliment. I'm still getting into tickle fights with my dad. Anybody else? No. Again, to Brandon's point, I don't know why I'm trying to ask for a response on a Zoom call. It's like, what am I gonna get? I'm still getting into tickle fights with my dad. And, because growing up when you're little, you get tickled by your parents. It's just a fun little game. You get tickled, then you can't really breathe. Then you go to the hospital. You go back home and everyone's having fun. I don't know if that happened to you guys, but that was my childhood. But now, going back home, I'm 29 years old. I go back and visit home and I see my dad, and he starts a tickle fight. He's like, "Oh, my little boy," my little 8-year-old, but I'm 29 now. And so he started tickling last time I went home, and I go, "That big mistake, Dad," because it's a brown boy summer. And so I started tickling my dad, and I literally, this actually happened. I pinned his 2 wrists like to the top because he started tickling me, and I started tickling his armpit. And he's actually on the couch, and my mom was just watching this in horror. And he's like, "Sheev, stop tickling me, please. No, stop, please. Stop tickling me. He's like, "You need consent." He's like, "No means no. No means no." I got me too by my dad, and then I'm like, of course I, stopped tickling him, and then, I said sorry, and he said sorry, and then we kissed each other on the lips. We made out. I mean, made up. Made up. I don't know if it was the Brady family, we can. I'm sweating so much right now. I have no idea. I have 1 AC unit in my bedroom. But it's been good. My dad, I'm feeling a lot of pressure because I am getting a lot older. And my parents are like, "Sheev, it's time for you to marry an Indian girl. We're going to find you a girl if you don't find one." And he's like, "Don't worry, we'll make sure your wife is female. We'll make sure that's the woman, no problem. We'll make sure she's female." I'm like, "I appreciate that because I'm straight, and that would be awesome." Wife, that would be really nice, And he's like, "Number 2, we'll make sure your wife's not lesbian. She's not a lesbo." Like that, I don't think you can say lesbo. That's really offensive, to lesbians. And he's like, "It's okay. I like girls too. I'm lesbian. I'm a lesbo. I'm the biggest lesbo, I love girls too. I'm the biggest lesbian, I'm like, "Dad, lesbian is girl. You're guy girl." He's like, "No, I'm a girl too." And I'm like, "Dad, I did not want to know that." He's like, "Ask your mom. She's a guy, And I'm like, "No, Dad, your mom's a guy and you're the girl. I did not even, you guys look very, different than that." So he switched me up there. But I don't know. It has been a fun little summer. I am dating. I'm out on the prowl. I'm also in corporate America. I don't know if anybody here. Woo! No. Okay. Corporate America, and recently we went through compliance training. And compliance training, and kind of entertains me because the harassment trainings are so obvious. It'll be like, John tells Leslie, she must go on a date with him or else she won't get a promotion. And then the question is this wrong? And you're like, "Yeah, of course it's wrong." Yeah, you can't force Leslie to go on a date, or else it's wrong. Like, what are you talking about? Or like Barack told Michelle, "Michelle, if you divorce me, you're fired." Is this wrong? Yeah, it is wrong. Of course it's wrong, And it just keeps getting worse and worse. They're like Jackie and Johnny made love and conceived a child in the middle of the office. Is this wrong? You're like, "Yeah, you can't have sex in the middle of the office. Of course it's wrong, It's like, what are you talking about? The compliance trainings get me. But I don't know. I am out on the prowl. I've been watching a lot of Shrek lately. Shrek fan? Yeah, no, not a lot of Shrek people. I've been watching a lot of Shrek, reverting back to my old days, and I just love Shrek because it's very wholesome. Fiona it's about loving someone for who they are and not what they look like, right? Shrek, Fiona loves Shrek for who he is. Also, I have a massive ogre fetish, but that's totally, that's not what I'm talking about, Nothing gets me going like a good hee-haw, And then the moral of the whole story is, Fiona is the ogre Shrek forced her to be. I think that's the most wholesome thing you could have. I I have a niece and nephew. I don't know if you guys have kids. Any of you have kids, but I have a niece and nephew, and doesn't look like anyone has kids. I'm just looking at 6 people right now.
I have a kid.
You have a kid? Oh, nice. Congrats. I have a niece, she's 5, and I was talking to her the other day, and kids say the weirdest things. She was like, Uncle Sheev, like, do you have boobies? And because I'm starting to gain a little bit of weight, so I have a little droop. And so I'm starting to have a little move. And she's like, "You have boobies," So she saw it on my shirt, and I'm like, "I didn't want to hear that." She's like, "Do you have boobies?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I gained a little weight." And she's like, "Wow, that's interesting because all girls have boobies, but only some guys have boobies." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm one of the guys who has boobies," But now, I feel like it's cool to have boobs now, like a little, because I feel like, I never had my boating license, but now I can motorboat people, now just a little, is that too much? Hopefully that wasn't promiscuous. That should be promoted on comedy. That should be on another site. Although my clothes are on, so we're fine. I'm in the industry of doing comedy, not being promiscuous. But I don't know. I recently just moved. I just moved to the city, New York. So I did what any 29-year-old boy would do to make friends in the city. I started taking Zumba classes. So now all my friends are middle-aged mothers. Pam and Sheila. They're a delight. They're on this call right now. It's just weird when I FaceTime. It's weird when I FaceTime the moms because their husbands are on the FaceTime. They're like, "Who the heck's that boy you're FaceTiming?" And I get nervous, when I'm FaceTiming the moms. I go, "It's okay. I'm gay. I'm not into your wife. I'm into your son. You're old guy." Sorry, I babysit on the weekends in case anyone wants to drop their kids off. I'll leave you guys with. Oh, I have 2 more. I'll leave you guys with 2 more bangers. I know it's a late night, but I am sweating. So I'm so sorry. You through this, you feel like it's dripping onto you right now, but it's the camera. It's not actually going to splash on you because we're on a computer. But I am an awkward date, believe it or not. I know I'm Mr. Smooth on this call, but and I have no anxiety and no need for attention or a reaction of a laugh. But a girl, when I go on a date, a girl's like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got that question, no problem." I'm like, "I'm Shiv, like the shank, like the prison knife, I stab you. But that's what my name means, I'm a shank." She's like, "Shut up." I'm like, "Okay." And another time, "What's your name?" I'm like, "I'm Shiv, because chivalry isn't dead, and you could use some in your life."
Oh.
Yeah. I know. It's that poetry. And so, but I really messed it up one time. She's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "I'm Shiv. That's S as in strawberries. And then HIV is in the virus, Don't worry, Shiv does not have the HIV. If Shiv had the HIV, Shiv might not live. Therefore, Shiv lives without the HIV. I am HIV negative. Okay, I think I maxed that one out. I'll leave you guys with this, but no, it is tough. My dad really does want me to marry any girl. He's like, "Sheev, I really want you to marry an Indian girl, And I'll engage in playful banter with him, be like, "Oh, Dad, you're such a bigot, you're such a racist, something cute, that's something you say to your dad, He's like, "No, I'm not. I just think that Indians are the best of this." Like that's the definition of racism. You just define like, "Oh, then I guess you got me. I guess I am a racist, You got me brown-handed." What's the brown hand? That's what a brown hand looks like. I think I'm the only brown hand on the call, so I just want to show you. Well, y'all have been wonderfully white. I don't know why I said y'all. I'm not from down south. But y'all have been awesome. I appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Give it up for Chris. Give it up for Brandon. And I love you all, not in a weird way.
Steve, we caught you brown-handed. I can't even do the accent. Steve, original man. Wow, tremendous. Wow, he's got the cock, he's got the moves, but not the hip. Everybody, Shiv Patel. What a delight, guys. We're gonna kick it back to Annie one more time. We're gonna look at the board and see how much of a fortune we've raised.
Let's do it. Let's do it. If I can press the right button. There it is. There it is. You guys know no donations, but I still want to say thank you to everyone that did donate tonight. David Stewart, Abigail Brown, William Reynolds, Aaron Rocha. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for supporting the show tonight. And you guys, like I said, we do this all week long. So if anyone wants to do some more shows later this week, it's pretty easy. You can find the Zoom link at kocomedy.com. Just go over there and sign up for the email, and that'll be the Zoom link. If you want to watch on Twitch, twitch.tv/Comedy Hub. And I think it's Comedy Hub Live. The YouTube is still new for me. Yeah, it's Comedy Hub Live over on YouTube. So thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you guys on the next one. Tomorrow we've got 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. You guys, Chirping Bird Comedy is back with Mark Anthony and Judah Friedlander. We've got Digital Slumber Party on Tuesday with Anthony Capfer and Amber Irish. We've got sets with Dustin Chafin and Leah Bonema on Thursday. KO Friday and the after party are going right down right here on Friday night. And Saturday, we've got the Jackie Mo Show with Jackie Monahan. So come on through, you guys. I want to throw it back to your amazing host. I believe we have him coming back next Sunday. That's right. He's filling in for Casey McNeil while Casey is on the road. So you guys give it up for your amazing host. It's Chris Houghton.
Yes, it's me again. I love clapping for me. Thank you very much, Annie. Guys, this was a wonderful delight, as it always is. I really appreciate Brandon and Shiv giving their time and not turning me down. Okay, it's very easy to turn down a Zoom show. You know, you go, it's not the pandemic, blah, blah, blah. But this is a great way to sharpen the knives, you know, and sweat it out in some instances. You know, we're all a little bit sweaty tonight. It's cool. We learned a lot of things tonight. We learned about tadpoles, lobsters, weddings, cock. We learned about it all. The brown-handed, he was prepping us from the beginning. He said, I'm going to use this it was like a magic trick. I'm going to use this left hand. And then right at the end, brown hand. That was beautiful. I don't have a brown hand, just a white hand. But guys, thank you so much. It's wonderful to be able to do this. We don't have to go anywhere and spend $48 on a Bud Light so that we can get up and do our time. So thanks for laughing. The guy at the Golden Gate Bridge, you know, don't jump. And everybody else, we'll see you next time. Follow us on Instagram.
Thank you.
All right.
Ciao, guys.
We did it.
Yeah. Thank you.